Are we live? Hey, good day, folks, and welcome to another edition of Lumberjack Logic Live. I'm your host, Neil Johnson. So excited to be with you and share the news with you, people. I've got some Trump clips for you. You're going to be laughing, man. It is hilarious. And MSNBC actually got it right. They were pissed, okay? They were upset. And what they think is bad actually got hold right. On a sec. They were pissed, okay? They were upset.
God darn it.
And what they think is bad there. I can't hit the pause on the video. I always want it up so I can pin comments and chat stuff in the background. But anyways, I can't pause it until it starts playing. And if I hit the audio off, well, then it turns this audio off too. Oh, wait, I could probably hit audio off in the video, but it doesn't give me that until. Anyways, sorry, I'm sidetracking here. But this will be a ton of fun, people. We are going to have a blast on this live. So really quickly, do want to mention my sponsor, MyPillow. And it was time to revive this meme, people. I don't know if you remember this, but here we go. Mike Lindell launches MyPillow 2.0. That's this pillow right here, the Airstrike, to take down balloons. By the way, I don't know if you saw this, but CBS downplayed it as a small balloon, said it was a 50-foot Mylar balloon. Do you people, I mean, do you think of a 50-foot Mylar balloon with a 2-foot box hanging off it as a small balloon? I'm just curious. Anybody out there think that? Because I think a small Mylar balloon is like one of those little heart balloons that you send out with some flowers on Valentine's Day or something. That's a small Mylar balloon. 50 feet seems fairly large. By the way, I'm also running this on my Neil of the North channel, so I want to welcome anybody who's watching over there as well. Just trying to get the watch hours up over on my Neil of the North channel after YouTube did their nonsense to me a while back. Speaking of Google YouTube, I'm going to get into the Trump bit here in just a second. But first, I just wanted to cover something. I don't know if you guys had all seen this story going on out there right now, but I'm going to move that out of the way and grab this. Okay. So Google has an AI. Now, you have to understand that Google is basically the company that has more information and is able to produce a better AI than anybody else. And this is what they came up with. And I love what Elon Musk retweeted this. And he said, the woke mind virus is killing Western civilization. Google does the same thing with their search results, Facebook and Instagram too, and Wikipedia. And he's right. I don't know if you guys have ever tried. Google used to be such a great search engine, and then they went woke, and now it's so hard to use them. You really have to search around to find the things you want because they constantly produce these false results. Well, New York Post, today's cover, absurdly woke. Google's AI chatbot spits out diverse images of founding fathers, popes, and Vikings. So here you go. Here's George Washington, people. This is. I'm not kidding. The image that Google's woke AI spit out of George Washington. And if you didn't see Vikings, which I'm actually the descendant of a Viking king off the coast of Norway, please smash that like if you would, and do chat in with where you're from. But yeah, we're kind of a too pale, too male. I don't know if we're too stale. But anyways, so to quote the great Letitia James, but this is actually the images they're coming up with. So Cat Turd did this. He said, I just asked Google AI for a picture of a polar bear. And it gets better. I asked Google AI for a picture of an igloo in the tundra. This awakened outlaw posted this. But this is the funny stuff, people. But now I'm going to share something with you that's kind of sick. Look at this. Woke Google Gemini refuses to say pedophilia is wrong after diverse historical images debacle. Individuals cannot control who they are attracted to. And I'm not going to go into the whole article on that, but the bottom line is this is the results they're coming up with. And, at this point, you have to wonder, what are they doing over there? As my friend Marcus said, not embarrassing, because Ian Miles Chong said, how embarrassing for Google? My friend Marcus said, not embarrassing, evil. Yeah. You can't call out pedophilia. There's something wrong here, folks. And, you think that George Washington was black. This is the kind of ridiculousness. I watched a video of the gal who is responsible for their social engineering and their AI. It was absolutely a mind bender. But I don't want to dedicate too much time to it. I do want you to know this is where it's at. Okay. Now, I just thought I'd share with you before I get into these Trump videos, because there'll be a little bit of reference to this. Biden with Robert Byrd, the KKK leader. Here's Biden, 1977, saying that integrating black students would turn schools into a jungle, a racial jungle. I don't want my children to grow up in a jungle, a racial jungle. And yet they consistently call Trump racist. It's so stupid. You guys know this, okay? But these are the narrative busters. Take a screenshot of this, share it with your liberal friends. It's ridiculous, okay? And then I want to share one other thing. This from the White House to the LGBTQIA plus XYZ community. The Biden-Harris administration has your back, not somebody else's kids. They're all our kids. Okay, moving on to Trump here. And this is absolutely hilarious. And I got to pull in an article to go along with this, because our good friends at the, what do I want to say, the Los Angeles Times, okay, wrote up an article the same day. So all this stuff is going on at the same time. And I find this very telling as far as a narrative goes. Okay, so it's going to have, first it's going to pull up this page. I'll switch it out in the browser once I get the browser up. Okay, right here. So this out of the LA Times. By the way, in my chat real quickly, quick question. How many of you have been to a Trump rally? How many of you out there in my audience have actually had the good fortune of going to a Trump rally and seeing him? Okay. While you're answering that, I'm going to share first clip from a Trump rally.
Behind the barn. In other words, wants to take me behind the barn and go, and the fake news is saying it's wonderful. Then when I said, let him take me behind the barn, I hit him, so they said, oh, that's terrible. He's a fascist. Trump is a fascist. No, if we were ever behind a barn, I would look at him and I'd go like this.
Okay.
You know, when I imitate.
Wait. Okay, now, I mean, people, this guy is, okay, Trump should do stand-up comedy. I mean, honestly, this guy is so funny. It's insane how funny he is. Here, I got a super chat from Veteran Biker. Did you guys all see that? I put it up there. But Veteran Biker, another great channel, follow on YouTube. Thanks so much for that. Yeah, do hit like and subscribe. It's amazing content, folks, if I do say so myself. Okay, now I got to bring this back in, because in light of this, now, Trump delivered these remarks at the Black Conservative Foundation, I believe it's called. Okay, so now go back to this article, just to put everything in perspective. Calms, I watched a Trump rally, so you don't have to, but you need to know what he's saying. See, the liberal press has come to interpret what Donald Trump is saying for you. This is absolutely the funniest article I've seen in a long time. Donald Trump famously benefited from billions in free media in his 2016 campaign. Way too much, as some in the business later conceded. Back then, he was a ratings monster. Cable TV networks covered his rallies start to finish as millions of Americans tuned in out of horror or glee at his shameless shtick. What would he say next? 8 years later, the networks have pulled back. Even faux news no longer gives the former president as much attention. Well, at least we agree on something. He calls it faux news as well. Their viewers have Trump fatigue, his opponents and supporters alike. Only obscure right-wing channels that cater to mega types carry the full rallies in real time. The rest provide video snippets, if that. Actually, plenty of video snippets floating around the internet. His rallies are packed. This is their fake narrative. Yet voters shouldn't ignore Trump on the stump, especially given that his and President Biden's respective age and mental acuity are overriding issues in their seemingly likely 2024 rematch. A majority, I think, hope, would come away without a doubt as to which of the two candidates is unhinged. Hint, it isn't Biden. That's right. Get mega, dark mega. go after ultra mega, lock them up, lock up everybody. By the way, did you know that he just jailed? Now they're going after the FBI. They just sicked the FBI on a journalist who was at J6. Kid you not. Okay. For those not inclined to stream an entire roughly 90-minute Trump show, even his fans often start walking out mid-rally. I watched, so you don't have to. My selection is Saturday's performance in Waterford Township, Michigan. Okay. Much of his rhetoric and style was familiar as well, often incoherent ramblings. People, do you guys understand? They're talking about incoherent ramblings, and they're not talking about Biden. Falsehoods, indecent asides. He took a swipe at 99-year-old Jimmy Carter, who just marked a year in hospice. A sophomoric insult of his many enemies in both parties. By the way, Jimmy Carter was one of the worst presidents of all time. But this is where it gets hilarious. Hold on. Some critics say he's gotten worse in his hate mongering, like his recent rally talk of political foes being vermin and immigrants poisoning the nation's blood. These things are so out of context, they're hilarious. But I want to get to here. After the first half hour or so, what struck me most was not what Trump said, but how his audience responded. A Trump rally speech isn't punctuated by applause like the thousands of aspirational addresses I've heard before from other politicians. Instead, Trump's supporters emit constant catcalls, boos, and their own favorite profanities in approving response to his nonstop caterwauling. By the way, I was at a Trump rally in New Hampshire just recently. You guys, many of you saw that I was out there. There was actually no profanities yelled. This is interesting. Just minutes in, for the first time of many times, he assailed Crooked Joe and called Joe Biden the worst president we've ever had. Check it out. This guy's going to a fact check. An updated ranking of U.S. presidents just that day by leading scholars had Trump repeating as the worst, Biden debuting at number 14. Trump pulled the call on whether to call Biden crooked or sleepy. The former won. By the way, people, that poll, that leading scholars, they were over 90% liberal, and they downgraded George Washington. I'm not even kidding you. And they have FDR way up at the top. So that's what you're dealing with there. Okay, so let's go back to Donald Trump here on stage and get ready to this is funny stuff, people. This was at that black conservative foundation.
You know, when I imitate Biden, because he can't find his way off the stage, as you all know, he makes a speech that lasts usually about a minute and a half because the octane starts to wear off quickly. You ever notice he starts off strong? Within about 2 minutes, he can't talk anymore. And then he walks off. You ever notice he always goes like this? Then he comes back up to the mic, and he's looking. He's totally lost. There's stairs all over the place. He could go there, here. He could jump off the front of the damn plot. But he always goes like this.
Okay, I just had a question from Agent Orange, one of my mods. He super chatted, and I'm not familiar with Vance's meat market. Stittsworth Meats in Bemidji is a really good meat market, but people, I'm going to give you a little inside tip. The best beef jerky in America is in this little town I live by, Goodland, Minnesota. It's Fred's Meat Market, and you can look them up online and order some of this stuff. It is the best beef jerky you will ever have. Just get the regular beef jerky. They have teriyaki and pepper and some others as well. This meat market is phenomenal. It's a little hole-in-the-wall gas station in the middle of nowhere. But this is a pro tip. This was free today, free for you, okay? So I'll pull that out. Just I'm going to play the next President Trump clip here. But this was, again, all at this. This is the funniest one yet, okay? And he's right. Trump can actually, like when he goes around and he imitates Joe, then the media runs that as a story like Trump can't find his way off stage. Have you guys seen this ever happen? It's the wildest thing. And so it's so funny because they talk about, I remember one time I read an article from the mainstream media and it talked about how many lies they counted in a Trump rally. Well, they were lies like when he talks about, let's say, the toilets that don't flush because they don't use enough water. Well, you guys have all had trouble flushing toilets that don't work on these low, and then they say that's a lie. So they count these things as lie that are obviously hyperbole or humor. So I wonder how many lies they'd count in this. This is awesome. This is funny.
Because when I was in the White House, I remember I used to get these tremendous skirmishes. I'd scream, and I had that idiot from CNN. Yeah, I had it all, and we won. We did win. I had a lot of fun. But think of this. Jim from NBC. And he's like, yes. Mr. President, what's your favorite color of the ice cream and flavor of the ice cream? Okay. Then he picks up a card and he reads the answer. My favorite color is black. But my favorite ice cream is vanilla.
The one thing that you...
Wait. That is the funniest thing I have seen in a long time. I mean, give Trump a clap because that is... Seriously, man, just put some hand claps in there for your president, Donald Trump, because that was funny stuff. But I'm telling you, liberals are freaking out because they see him rising continually in the polls. They are trying everything to get rid of this guy. They are indicting. They are running lies about him. They are attacking his family. They are attacking him. They're saying he's lying when he's just talking in hyperbole and everybody knows it. They're doing everything they can, and yet they can't stop him. And now the fools at MSNBC are so worked up, they are going to tell you what Christian nationalism means, and you're going to absolutely love it. Watch this.
Unites all of them because there's many different groups orbiting Trump. But the thing that unites them as Christian nationalists, not Christians, by the way, because Christian nationalists is very different, is that they believe that our rights as Americans, as all human beings, don't come from any earthly authority. They don't come from Congress. They don't come from the Supreme Court. They come from God.
Did you guys get that? How many of you in my chat, they're trying to say that this is a bad thing. How many of you believe that your rights come from God, not the government? Just put God or government in the chat, because I am telling you, MSNBC finally got it right. They are trying to report this as bad news. Has any of these fools at MSNBC read our Declaration of Independence? Have any of them read? Because it says right there that these truths are self-evident. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It says, oh gosh, no, I can't even get the thing quote. I should get out my pocket declaration. But we are founded and our rights come from God. It's right in our Declaration of Independence. And these people they think that's bad. They're trying to slam us. And this is exactly what we believe. The fact that they think that your rights would come from government and not God is the most appalling and obscene thing. That means if your rights come from government, then government can take it away. If your right comes from God, then the government can't take it away. The government doesn't give us any rights. They're designed to protect our rights. The Second Amendment isn't set up so that the government can say we can have guns. No, the Second Amendment, that's part of our God-given right to have an ability to overthrow a tyrannical government. That's why it's in there. It's not for hunting. I love hunting. I go hunting. You can go over to my Neil of the North channel and see me hunting with my kids, elk hunting in Montana. Go check it out. It's a great channel, Neil of the North. I'm going to do one. So I'm trying to get my watch hours up over there because YouTube demonetized the channel because I'm so dangerous. But I need to get it. I need to get it back because I do reviews and that type of thing over there. But I will go to Neil of the North and I will post this in the chat for you. And please go follow me over on Neil of the North. And I would appreciate it if you like that kind of stuff. If you like hunting, fishing, independent living, all of that, I'm making some appeals for that. And go hit a playlist and just have it play in the background for me because I got to get back to 4,000 watch hours on that crazy channel. So they took it away when they demonetized this channel. And they said it was because of People, I'm not kidding you. You guys follow me. Do any of you guys think that I'm like filled with hate? Because that's what they said. It was hateful and dangerous. I'm like laughing at this stuff. I am very upset about them trying to take away freedoms from us. But for real, I mean, dangerous. Joe Biden's dangerous. Joe Biden's a racist. I proved that earlier as we looked at those things. Anyways, there's that channel, but I wanted to actually pull this back up for something else. I think I had one other article. Here you go, folks. Nikki Haley knows she's going to lose in North Carolina. She is pouring money into national TV ads as her White House dreams dim. Okay? Nikki Haley's presidential campaign is pouring money into its first national cable television advertising buy, even as her candidacy fades to a nearly impossible path of beating Donald Trump for the Republican nomination. Haley campaign manager Betsy Ankney said Friday that they are planning to spend 7 figures, but declined to give a specific amount. She said ads will run in the lead up to Super Tuesday on March 5th, when more than a dozen states will vote. Minnesota votes on that day. But this is what we're dealing with. There's one reason for Nikki Haley to be in, and that's to hurt Trump. It's the only reason. That's why liberals continue to donate to her and support her. Never Nikki. That's right. Somebody said it. Never Nikki. So, I absolutely love those video clips of Donald Trump. I hope you did as well. Remember, free shipping expires this Sunday at MyPillow. That's tomorrow. MyPillow.com. Promo code Lumberjack will get you big savings. You will not regret getting the Giza sheets. Your dog will love you for getting the pet bed. I know I've got to get the down comforter because some of my audience members have gotten the down comforter and spoken really highly of that. My kids have the mattress toppers. I got 2 of those mattress toppers. They absolutely love them. They'll tell you they got better sleep. My son Jacob told me that he had better dreams once he got a MyPillow because, he wasn't waking up as much. So, I know pillows are kind of a personal preference. I get, and you have to select from the different ones, and you have to activate them in the dryer, people. You will not like your pillow unless you activate it in the dryer. So you got to put it in the dryer, fluff that thing up. And then what you do with the MyPillow is you're actually able to mold that and form it the way you want to. Great pillows, MyPillow.com. Use promo code Lumberjack for big savings. And we'll see you on the next episode. All right. Peace out. Thanks for joining me this morning.